Nice. Hey, Bri, good to see you. How you feeling right now? 15 points tonight, a couple of weeks into the season. How you feeling at this point in time?
I feel like I'm still trying to, find my way, find my feet a little bit. Um, I think my teammates, they have my back. They know what I'm capable of, but it feels good today, to be able to get out there and contribute a little bit more. But I think just I'm still trying to, figure things out and give myself grace. That's been the hardest part for me.
Hey, Allisha, everybody was wearing the goggles tonight. It seemed like you guys had the opportunity to take advantage of a tempo defense that struggled with perimeter rotation a little bit, shooting nearly 44%. Was that kind of the game plan going in?
Just keeping high intensity during the whole game. I mean, we knew for us, conversion, that's one of our strong suits. And we know we doing that tonight, we'll be able to create opportunities for each other.
Hi, ladies. Congrats on the win. It's Micaiah Costin here. Y'all played a complete 40-minute game of basketball. I know you guys have been voicing that that's something y'all have been working on, pushing towards the second half of the season. What, in general, do you feel has been working for you while you're out on the floor tonight?
I think just our ball movement and our ability to play off of each other. I think we're continuing to get better at that, and we're continuing to work on that. And then I think on the defensive end, just making sure that we're sticking to the game plan and executing it the way we want to do. So I think the combination of those things definitely helped us out tonight, and we were able to play for 40 minutes.
You guys pass it.
Leash, just want to ask, how's the side of the eye?
You want to see it? It's good. I'm a warrior. I play hard every night. I give my all for this team every night. So one black eye won't stop me. I mean, I love this team. I go to war for them every night.
And were you surprised by the message from T.I. and the
Yes. I was so happy. That made my night. Picture with Obama, picture with T.I., and a personal message from T.I. You're made.
Thank you.
Just as a quick two-parter on that, Leash, did you see the young girl sitting courtside decked out head to toe in Allisha Gray uniform, goggles, and everything?
Oh yeah, I actually we got like a cool relationship. So like I know her, like I go speak to her and her dad after every game. I remember the first time I met her just happened so random. I think it was last season. I was throwing balls in the stands and she like I don't know, it's just like she was there and I personally gave her the ball and then from then on it's just like a cool little relationship and she's always been one of my biggest supporters. So yeah, I noticed her.
Yeah, I was gonna say how noteworthy and meaningful is that for you? I mean, you've got fans of South Carolina that already, have that ride with you all the way kind of feeling. To see that really just in the form of over 3,000 people at the Gateway Center, how much does that mean to you at this stage in your career of having a whole city and fan base that is like ready to quite literally put on the goggles for you?
I mean, it makes me feel amazing. I mean, I'm loved here in Atlanta. Atlanta has made me like this organization has made me feel so well about myself. That's why when it was time to extend and re-sign, it was no hesitation from me. Like this is a place I definitely want to retire and finish my career playing on the dream, but it's just the support is so amazing. And then like the little kids really like make me feel good because no matter like how I play, I can have a on night, off night. They don't see all that. They see me as the person and they make me feel good regardless of the game that I have.
Bri, I actually wanted to ask you, I know you're kind of on a minutes restriction still, and you haven't had a lot of time to play out there with Angel, but just what is it like when you're out there on the floor with her, kind of having that two-man game that you're able to play?
Oh, it makes it so easy, playing out there with her, just being able to have that inside outside. I can find her in the post, she can find me in the post. So I think, we're still building that chemistry a little bit, but I think we've, found a rhythm working together in that way because I know, when she's posting up down there, I'm gonna find her.
Just to, excuse me, tack one more on there, Bri. Tonight, Ryan becomes the fastest player in franchise history to get to 100 made threes in WNBA record, excuse me. Angel Reese sets single single season dream record for double doubles. Not only is this a young group that is really growing a lot, but I'm curious for someone who, spent a good chunk of the first portion of the season on the bench. What is it about Carl and this coaching staff that has gotten this level of play, but also this level of development out of two players that are on the younger end of the age spectrum, but are playing years ahead of probably where they might already be?
I think he does a great job of putting players in position to, excel. I think just the schemes and the way our offense is running, it allows, players to, find their shots and excel and do those things. So I think he does a really good job of, coaching up the players and making sure that, we're excelling at what we're good at.
Kind of on that note, we talked to Dan before the game about him kind of liking this roster and just this team's best basketball is ahead of them. What do you think that looks like between the both of you? What do you think this team's best basketball looks like?
I think it looks a little like today. I think just, being able to score inside and outside, getting stops on defense. I think, the more times we can put that together for a full 40 minutes, the better we're going to be. And I think, like you said, our best basketball still ahead of us. Thanks.
We passed the ball to the open teammate. We were a little surprised. We thought they doubled team the post a little more, so we had some things for that. But we made the adjustments in the game, and I thought it was great to see JC play that way again. I guess her birthday's tomorrow, but little happy birthday win for today. I thought she played great. I thought Nas was excellent from ball movement to screening, defense. I thought she just played an excellent game for us. And when the ball is moving and we have players moving as well, and then the ability to cut when somebody drives, I think then we become a different team. And you saw when, they came back, a lot of it was when we started standing around again. Like it started to get pretty stagnant. But overall, really good game. Angel had another double-double. I'm not sure that Bri missed a shot. I'm trying to think. No. So, really good performance. Hopefully this builds into, another good performance a couple days from now.
Coach, back in the preseason, a lot of your players talked about how you use kind of the Socratic method in your coaching, right? Like the teach a man to fish adage, so to speak. When you have a game like this, where it feels like everyone understands where they're supposed to be, they're picking up things intrinsically that maybe they weren't at the start of the year. How gratifying is that for you as a coach, knowing that, to follow the adage, your players are learning to fish now? And how good is that going forward when you're really going to need it?
Yeah, it's just good seeing our team play well. We're capable of being a really good offensive team and be a consistently good offensive team. And, what we have is the ability to share the ball, and a lot of people can contribute, and it could be anybody's night on a given night. But today it was like everybody's night. Like everybody had their moments, and to have so many people in double figures, I think kind of showed our willingness to share. And, that's what I really like is from the game before, one of the big things that we emphasized is, the open person didn't get the ball, and that's not good offense. And then today the open person got the ball, and suddenly you're scoring. Everybody's getting a chance to score, and everybody likes playing that way better.
Coach, over the past two games, Toronto was really good in the pick and roll. It seemed like they excelled in the first quarter with that too, but then you guys were able to kind of lock down the ball screens. What defensive adjustments did you make as the game went on?
Well, like in the first quarter, our game plan was to pick up Marina very early and not let her get anything going. And she had like 3 early threes on us in transition. And, in transition, she wasn't guarding Rye. Rye would be guarding her on dead balls, but transition, you got to just pick up whoever's closest to you. So I think we got confused in that situation, and like we're picking her up maybe 3 feet outside the 3-point line, but that's not her range. Her range is crazy deep. So I thought that hurt us. And then really, I thought offensively they were really good in the second half. Obviously Marina, but I thought Kiki had a really good game. Like she was twisting the ball screens. Even when we took away her right hand, she was going to the left and making good decisions with it. And then, I thought we were competing, but they just were well coached, and the players did a good job offensively in the second half. And we needed all the offensive execution we had because I thought they were executing their offense at a pretty high level.
Coach, I know you mentioned how the team got stagnant. When those times, do you feel like it's more fatigue or maybe just getting comfortable with having the lead?
I think sometimes, like when we're trying to get the ball inside, we start to stare inside and want to see what's happening when really we still got to keep our movement. Even when you pass it in, you got to have some split action, or at least have, relocate, make the defense have to worry about you as well as the post. And sometimes when we get to, we want to pound it into the post, especially when we have an advantage, but that doesn't mean we stop moving offensively. It just means that we're going to read the situation. Somebody turns their back, we got to be a scoring option, or we got to create more spacing for our post to work. But I think sometimes when we know we're throwing it inside, we kind of take that as, all right, that's their turn to work. We can take a break now. And that's really not the case.
Hi, Coach. I was wondering, Ryan leads the league in minutes per game. And as they're going to go into FIBA, her and even Angel, have you started to think about or talk about with the staff ways to manage their minutes if you think it's necessary to preserve them for like a later push, like in the playoffs? Is that something on your mind at all?
I think it's something you have to consider as we get closer to that break, knowing that they're gonna be doing the travel and playing all those games. So any chance that we can, I would think within the 10 days going into that, if we can, hopefully we're in a position where we can buy them a little bit more time, so that they don't feel like they're going into the cup all wore out. So I think it's something that we definitely have to think about.
Coach, what does the performance like this tonight tell you where this team is right now?
It tells me kind of what we already know, that we're a very dangerous team right now, but we haven't been consistently great. And the goal is to be consistently great. And you only have so much time left to get there. But today was a step in the right direction.
Coach, you got the Allisha Gray shirt on. You got the goggles set. First, did she help you pick out this fit?
No, but I guess I would wear Iron Maiden shirts. So I'm very comfortable in a t-shirt. But I just want to show support for Leash. She's just been so great to work with for these 2 years. Her energy, her wanting to listen and buy into things right from the very start. I think it's just made this transition for me a lot easier, just having her around. And she's been such a remarkable player these last 2 years. And I don't know. I never would have thought have sunglasses on my head coaching a game and stuff like that. But, anything for Leash, we think the world of her.
When you're building a culture like the one you're building, how important is a player like that? And how meaningful is it to have someone that, once her career's over, probably call her franchise legend around these parts, to have somebody like that bought in so quick on what you were trying to do here? How vital was her buy-in at that point, and how is that paying dividends now when the whole roster seems to be pulling together right ahead of a stretch run here?
Well, I think it's really important that, players believe in what you're doing if you want to get anything accomplished, because I don't care how good your ideas are. It is the players who execute them, and they're going to make it work. So, Leash was one of the people that was willing to try anything right away. We have, we do things a little differently, and we have a different language, and they've been in the league a long time. They could have taken it a different way, but they were excited about it, and they wanted to give it a go. And I think our players in the locker room right now are kind of feeling that it's kind of go time. They realize now's the time to kind of put it all together, and we're going to see if we can do that.
Hey, Coach, over here.
Oh, hi.
I asked Bri about this, and I know she's still like on a minutes restriction, and she hasn't had much time to play with Angel. But I asked her just about playing with her and kind of having that two-man game, and maybe like one of them in the post and kind of taking advantage of that. Just wondering, what have you seen out of the two of them playing together, and what it's like to get them out there on the floor together?
Yeah, I think they've done well together. Bri is a willing passer, so if they start to bring a double, or even if the Angel's defender turns her back on Angel and starts to kind of cheat in a little bit, there's an opportunity to cut and score. And Bri's somebody that really believes in making the right play, so she's not going to force something that isn't there. And if she has an open teammate, she's going to get the open teammate the ball. So we've got just over 10 games, right, for them to get a little bit more comfortable with each other, because obviously there was no real practice time where they could spend a lot of time together. So a lot of this is just the minutes on the floor.
Hey, Coach, following up a couple of questions ago, you've been doing this all season, pretty much kind of like your entire time in Atlanta, of like earlier with the 3 All-Stars. You wore the shirt with the 3 All-Stars. Barbie night, you had the Barbie night, tonight, the goggles.
Yeah, what's next?
Why is it
They're dressing me up every day.
I was going to ask, why is the visible support so kind of like pivotal for you as a head coach?
Well, I think they know whatever I put on, they know that I support them. And if they're going through a tough time, I believe in them. So, this is just an outward expression of that. Like that, yeah, I'm willing to put on the glasses. Just, I'm willing to get involved just like everybody else here, because we all care about each other, and we all want to, celebrate each other's success. So, I'm all in on all that stuff now. I'm not saying there's not a limit somewhere. Like there may be something, but everything so far, I'm on board with.
Just to put a pin in the Leash discussion. On a personal level, right? When you first got this job, you're coming from FGCU. There's plenty of questions about going from one level to the next, about the difference between coaching in the ASUN and coaching in the W. With the benefit of hindsight now, how appreciative are you of a person like Leash for that buy-in? Because as you mentioned, a player of that experience could very well not buy in. And then you individually are having trouble trying to get a culture going down here. Even just the last couple of years you've had with her, how appreciative are you about the fact that she was one of the first people to buy in and make the job a little bit easier for you in that respect?
Yeah, I couldn't be any more appreciative. She's been fantastic. And, I don't want to, it wasn't just Leash. Like everybody was kind of motivated, to give something a try and to see if things could be different here in Atlanta. And we're all trying to make this happen, that we can build a championship team and a championship organization here in Atlanta. And it's we're not there yet. And who knows, like, what's possible. Like, I think this team, if we can put it all together, we have an opportunity. I just think the difference between the teams right now, there isn't a huge difference between the best teams. And, there's not going to be a huge difference between 1 and 8 in the playoffs. So it should be a lot of fun for everybody to watch. but who can get it going at just the right time? And, I think our players believe it can be them. We just have to all be motivated and just all try to give our best effort to getting better so that we're the best at the right time.
Thanks, Coach.